Welcome to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the start of the IndyCar series season. Just a few days ago, testing took place at Sebring International Raceway, and it yielded several interesting points to analyse. Beyond the lap times, which are always relative in testing, clear trends emerged, and above all, a lot of attention was focused on one figure, Mick Schumacher. The son of the legendary Michael Schumacher arrives with enormous expectations. From Germany and much of Europe, there's a noticeable increase in interest in IndyCar, and that's already a significant impact for the series. Personally, I think Mick can stand out. IndyCar could be the ideal setting to showcase his talent. And it's not just about the sport itself, but also about media exposure. It opens a very important window for the series in the European market. If he establishes himself within Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan racing, we're talking about a team that is usually competitive and that throughout the year always has a real chance of fighting for race wins. On the technical side, the team adds a key figure as a coach, Ryan Briscoe, working specifically with Mick. This is an important addition because Briscoe knows the series inside and out and can greatly assist in the adaptation process. Furthermore, Mick will have clear role models within the team. Graham Rahal brings experience and in-depth knowledge of the series, while Foster has been developing since the road to Indy and can also be a good point of comparison. Now there are several challenges. The first is the oval. Mick has never raced on this type of track, and the oval isn't simply a matter of accelerating and turning left. You have to understand the traffic, know how to maneuver within the pack, coexist with slower cars, and read situations that change lap by lap, especially on the short ovals. The oval can suit European drivers very well, or very badly. It's an unknown. Then there are the IndyCar street circuits, which are extremely demanding. They're nothing like some European tracks where the asphalt is usually much smoother. Here there are bumps, uneven surfaces, drains, and other obstacles that are incredibly punishing for the car. Last season we saw cars suffer suspension failures due to the excessive stress. That's a whole different world that Mick is going to face for the first time. And there's another important point for those just joining IndyCar. Mick's car hasn't exactly had great seasons. It's the car that Devlin DeFrancesco used last year, and Pietro Fittipaldi had driven it before that. It hasn't been a contender in recent years. Perhaps it showed some promising signs when Yuri Vips drove it in a few races after DeFrancesco's early departure, but generally speaking, it's a car that needs work. Now, I think Rahal will work on it. The team has the ability to make it competitive. Also, something Rahal lacked last season was a driver to lead the project. They had that benchmark when they had Christian Lundgaard, who was the team's standout driver before his departure for Arrow McLaren. At that time, Lundgaard was the driving force behind development and made the difference internally. Last year that wasn't so clear. And this is where a huge opportunity could arise for Mick. If things align, he could become the driver who leads the project and repositions the team as a consistent contender, because there's something that differentiates IndyCar from Formula One. In Formula One, if you don't have the best car, it's extremely difficult to win. In contrast, in IndyCar, everything is much more evenly matched. The driver has a much greater impact. With talent, good race awareness, and a competitive car, even if it's not perfect, you can fight at the front. And I believe Rahal has the tools to do it. It's a team that consistently shows up, that fights for races, that's always there. Mick has the talent, he has the context, he has the opportunity.